I want to know, as a visual artist myself, what is the power of visuals? Because in your book, The Visual Detox, you have talked a lot about the power of visuals, and of course, your own background as a curator, as someone who is leading in the entrepreneurship world. Just tell our viewers, what is the power of visuals?
Yes, so a few facts first of all. 65% of us are visual learners. So actually, we may think visual is something that is irrelevant and we barely study it, but most of us process our thinking and the world through imagery. And I think the other thing that we need to really understand is that every single day we're consuming 10,000 images. And in fact, we live in a visual culture, not a culture of words, but a culture of visuals. Visual shapes us much more than words do. And actually, we remember 60% of what we see daily, and that's what we store in our amygdala, much more than words, but we only remember 20% of what we hear. So it's actually ironic that we get so little taught about how visual shapes us, but how visual our society has become is shaping us and making us who we are today. So first, it's an awareness for us on telling you whether or not you care about art is irrelevant. You are in a visual world. Most of you are visual thinker. You need to be interested in the culture that is literally shaping you daily.
Amazing. You just answered that profoundly. I love that. And I just want to build on top of it because we are living in the times where AI is kind of influencing everything, whether we are an artist, whether we are into marketing, anything. Like the entire setup has been automated. So, what is your take on the deep fakes, generative AI? Because I saw that some of the artists that you are representing currently, they are all about AI, or maybe they are into hybrid methodologies when it comes to practicing the art. So speak to me about how open you are to deep fakes and the entire idea of technology, because it has its own dark sides as well.
Yeah. So I have two hats here. I have the business person who runs the business for the past 9 years, as you said. So we built the first talent agency in the art world. And I have the author. And those are two separate responses on this topic. As a business person, I'm lucky to be working with incredibly innovative digital artists. And Ellie Pritz in LA is specifically using AI and has done the latest campaign for Microsoft and shows how AI can be an enabler. Actually, as a person, she's physically unable to paint, so AI is here to further her vision. We also have
Wow.
a Delphine Diallo or Azike on the books, who is challenging a lot of the biases you see on OpenAI or Midjourney by inputting new prompts and new storytelling, and almost kind of thinking of it as making AI more inclusive. So we work with many really interesting artists, and not just AI artists, but digital experiences, ones who play with NFTs. So I found the innovation side of things at the business level super interesting with my talents. As an author, and therefore with the book I just published with Penguin, it is slightly different because we are advocating for visual literacy. And it's exactly in the same way
Right.
that I said earlier that you are living in the visual culture. It's important to understand it. The big threat here is visual misinformation.